Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
We are tracking Helene this morning. Here's a live look at the Florida Keys, the southernmost point in Key West, where people are already feeling the storm's impact just before it heads for the Big Bend area, potentially as a Category 3 hurricane. Meantime, here's a live view of downtown Miami on this Wednesday morning. Not too bad here, but we are not out of the clear.
Yeah, we are seeing some of those effects already with some light rain. Meteorologist Jackson Dill leads our team coverage this morning, tracking Helene. Jackson.
And good morning. We are on the outer fringe of this large storm system. It's a strong tropical storm, Helene, that is producing sustained winds up to 70 miles per hour as it is interacting just off toward the east of the Yucatan Peninsula, about 60 miles just off toward the east-northeast of Cozumel, moving off toward the northwest at 9 miles per hour. You can see the track takes it across the eastern Gulf of Mexico over the next couple days, making landfall somewhere along the Big Bend of Florida as we work our way into late Thursday as a major hurricane winds up to 120 miles per hour, well west of Florida, South Florida, but we're still seeing those impacts. We've been seeing some gusty downpours rolling on shore, went across Upper Keys, now across southern parts of Miami-Dade and mainland Monroe, even some other downpours here right by Sunny Isles Beach working their way on shore. With the heavy downpours in place, we're looking at that risk for some areas of street flooding possible. So with this flood watch in place through Friday morning, as we could see those pockets of flooding. Sustained winds right now between 10 to 20 miles for most of us, 23 Key West, some stronger gusts, especially across the Keys, gusting up to 32 in Key West. And we have a tropical storm warning now in effect across the Florida Keys, Miami-Dade, and Broward counties due to that potential for those tropical storm force winds sustained at 39 plus miles per hour. Winds will increase overnight tonight, especially into tomorrow. We will have details all about Helene coming up in a few minutes in my full forecast.
All right, Jackson, and as the threat of Helene intensifies, people along the state's Gulf Coast are preparing for impact.
7's Maricela Burgos is live in the Satellite Center with a closer look at that area. Maricela.
Well, and just moments ago, Governor Ron DeSantis spoke ahead of this storm hitting our coast. He spoke in Tampa, where he has linemen on standby. So once this storm moves out of the way, they're going to send people to help fix any power. He just spoke, as I said moments ago. Listen to what he had to say. Conditions on Cuba's western side deteriorated Tuesday. Helene is expected to pass through the waters between it and Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula with an eye on the Sunshine State. People living along Florida's Gulf Coast are bracing for yet another storm. Tampa General Hospital installed fencing barriers to try and keep any possible flooding away.
When we think back to Hurricane Ian had about 14 feet of storm surge, and we saw the destruction there. This one, they're predicting up to 15 feet.
This is happening just a month after many in the area were hit by Hurricane Debbie.
Electrical system damaged and all my book collections ruined.
Also near Tampa, this couple's home was damaged by 1.5 feet of Debbie's floodwaters.
It's gone. You know, everything I saved. I have albums, they're gone, everything's gone.
In areas around Florida's Big Bend, which took a direct hit, they're just beginning to recover from the August storm, like this tiny town of Cedar Key, which is no stranger to Mother Nature's wrath. Hurricane Idalia flooded many homes and businesses in 2023, and some were still feeling the impacts from that storm. 1 year later, when Debbie hit, now they're bracing for another powerful landfall.
And so now we're talking about moving that stuff from the garage to a storage unit because our garage goes underwater first.
Ahead of Helene, Governor Ron DeSantis declared an emergency for dozens of counties in the state. Public works crews have been deployed to check pumping stations and storm infrastructures as communities brace for several inches of rain. Officials urge people to prepare, not panic.
Having your disaster supply kit home, having a way to get warnings and updates, and knowing what your plan is going to be.
Governor Ron DeSantis did speak just moments ago, as I mentioned, about how they are preparing before this storm. They expect to have lots of power outages. Listen to what he had to say just moments ago.
It is anticipated that there is going to be power outages, so folks have an opportunity to plan for that now. You still have time to make the preparations and put your plan in place today, but that time is running out This storm, I think, as you know, is basically in the area of Cuba and the Yucatan Peninsula. It's moving past that, and then it's going to have pretty much a clear runway in the Gulf of Mexico.
And because officials do expect extensive damage, 61 counties in our state are
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat. And leave a comment below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. Look, it's hump day, man. It's September 25th. Let me make sure I get that right. I kept looking at the date going, what the hell's going on? I keep getting the date wrong again. I woke up this morning going, what is going on in the world? Craziness. We're live every day, sports entertainment right here on our platform every freaking day at 10 a.m. And today we had some wild camera action going on from storms and all that. But we're here. We're rocking and rolling. If you're watching us right now, we're getting ready to dive into Diddy. Is his life in danger? We're going to dive into that right now. Make sure everybody in this live stream hits that like button right now because we're rocking and rolling. It's hump day. You know what that means? It means we're rolling through the week, baby. We're getting closer and closer to Friday so you guys can enjoy the beautiful weekend and some sports that we're going to have lined up on our platform. And I appreciate you guys if you continue to grow. And let's talk about right now. Diddy, his life in danger. We're going to dive into that right now. I got my coffee right here. Got to make sure I got that boy to keep me up and energized and rolling. His life in prison. The update for what he's going through right now. Sean, Diddy, Combs. We're talking about that right now. We're live. We got some new updates for you guys. We had to bring it to you. And as you know, we're sports entertainment on this platform, and we've been diving into some other things right now, some other political stuff and some Diddy conversation because we got to cover the story, and we're hitting right now. And I got you guys in the morning, so we got to give it to you, and we got to bring it to you unbiased. Man, P Diddy, as you know, arrested, racketeering, RICO charges, sex trafficking, but now he's in prison. And we got an update for you guys. We got celebrities that are possibly involved that people are going to say are coming out now. We also have the update on his mental health, his well-being. Diddy right now is said to not even be literally behind bars, but not eating. They're saying he's not eating, and people right now are saying that his life is in danger for several reasons. And Suge Knight, if you don't know, Suge Knight is doing a large, lengthy prison sentence for things that has been going on. He turned himself in, and he said, and I'll read the whole thing to you, but he basically said, look, when you get to jail, when you get to prison, it's either you're going to stand up and pee or you're going to sit down and pee. And he's saying right now that people right now have a bullseye on Diddy. We have a whole freaking, look, I had a whole conversation I was going to put on here on this platform, a video for you guys to hear. They're saying that people are looking for him in the prison already. They're saying, and this is allegedly, things are being out there. I got some videos to show you today. They're saying out there that people of higher status, obviously similar status to Diddy, in big time music industry and out there in other types of the world with a lot of money are looking for Diddy in jail, and his life could potentially be in danger, obviously due to the sex trafficking also, and the sex crimes, and the violence, and against women, and all these kinds of things going on. Diddy's life is in danger. The question is, do you think Diddy is going, like, I hate to use the word DIE, is Diddy going to make it in prison? Will Diddy make it through the year? We had a guy, I looked on there, I watched it, Eddie Hearns, I watched it on here. He had a full message, and I had the video for you, and the freaking internet went crazy, and the video went crazy on here, but I wanted to pull it up on here. And he said he will be shocked if Diddy makes it through the end of September. Can you imagine that? They're saying the former mogul, the music, hip-hop, rap mogul, Diddy, or all the music and all the power and all the respect and all that stuff he had going, and obviously he got the freak-offs. Will he make it past September? Do you believe that? Like, now they're saying he's not eating. And can you imagine you're in there, your lifestyle was here. Jets, cars, houses in any state you want, any country you want, flying around the world, having some of the best times of his life, including the freak-offs, whatever was going on, Diddy was out there doing the whole damn thing and didn't have a care in the world, probably out there living large. And now he's living inside of a cell inside of New York. Can you imagine the lifestyle change that he has to go through right now? And look, I'm not saying that, we're trying to show him some kind of love. The shit that he's done is miserable. We don't want to even show love to that. But what I'm saying is his life in prison, now he's not eating that home cooked meal that he was getting, or the butler, or the service that he was getting, or the cook, or whatever the hell was going on. He's not getting that service anymore. He's eating food in prison that he might not want or does want, or whatever the case, whatever the case may be. But Suge Knight here on the left, and if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to have to look it up. Suge Knight on the computer, on the internet, on the web, whatever you want to call it, has been putting it out there that Diddy's life right now is in major turmoil and his life is in danger in the prison. He's saying there's people out there that are looking to get to him. There's people out there right now, obviously, upset with how he handled business. There's people out there that are upset with what he's done. There's people out there that are like, we got to get to Diddy. And I'm telling you right now he's not eating. He's on suicide watch. This man, Diddy, is on suicide watch. He's been in prison, in jail. He's in this situation. He's going to trial and all this. So he's not proven guilty yet, which obviously camera footage, people. We got someone today to pull on obviously up on here that is now accusing him again of rape. We'll get to that in a second. But now he's in there and they're not letting him out. They denied him bail twice already. He offered $50 million. They said he's a flight risk. They said that if he were to get out, he might be in danger to somebody else's life. So at this point, he's in there. So what I got to show you right now, I got a couple of videos I'm going to show you here in a second, but his life right now seems to be in danger. And now, obviously, Diddy charged with sex trafficking, charged with the RICO charges. We already know these are his charges that he's in there for. And there's a lengthy, 14-page document of all kinds of different things and victims speaking out and all kind of stuff. And now we have another person that now is speaking up and has been accusing him now of rape as well. And we're going to get to that right now, as long as I get this up. Here it is here. Diddy, this is just in. Another woman accuses Diddy of rape, okay? And here, look, I'm just saying right now, she's speaking out and she's talking about it and she's letting people know, this is a situation. And here's the crazy part. The rape thing, this has already been something that's has been addressed. This has already been addressed in a situation because she's already been, he's already been down that road, if you want to say, right? And here's a picture of Diddy and her right here. Look, I'm just saying, now you're great. She's out there and she's coming out and she's talking about this. But the major thing is, this is and I hate to put this on the back burner because it's really not on the back burner. This is something that is super important. He's accused of raping this other woman now. But here's the thing. This is like adding to a prison sentence or adding to his situation of what's going on. I'm not trying to say that her life or what happened to her is not important. But what I'm saying is, these things are dropping out of the bucket, nonstop things are happening until proven guilty, innocent until proven guilty, right? That's the thing. But a lot of people right now are saying his life is in super, super danger. And that's what I want to talk about for a second. What I want you guys to picture is you got a guy who's living completely different, who's out there literally had $50 million to spend on bail. When you're out there, and you can do whatever you want. And then you get put into a jail cell or a prison cell. And look, we're talking in a federal situation. He's in New York. And they do not, his racketeering charges, RICO, and then sex trafficking, they don't take it to the federal extent like this and charge you like that unless they had all their ducks in a row. Right? You saw what they did. They had the house surrounded. You saw all the information we've been showing you on a daily basis. They had the tanks out there. Literally, they were surrounding his house, and I got it right here. They were using military-style tanks. You're going in there, guns blazing, just in case. And they had it out there in L.A., had it in Miami, right at the similar time, right there, going through, getting all the evidence, getting camera footage, cell phones, lube, all kind of stuff. They've been talking about dildos and all kind of, sex type of things and whatever. But at the end of the day, They have all these charges lined up, and they have already proven to themselves that this guy is guilty, and that's it. It's not like this is something local we're going to try to go through and see. They have so much evidence, and this is what leads you to Hollywood. This takes all this stuff to Hollywood, and they don't want Diddy talking. Think about this for a second. All those people out there in the world that have been to these parties, some are not guilty, some are just joining parties. Some people have done some wild shit at these parties that probably people would say is just wild, maybe not guilty of anything, but wild, right? So there's some people that have some, worried about their, their status quo, or maybe their future, or their legacy, or they don't want people to tarnish who they are. They don't want that stuff to get out, right? So some of those people are trying to hush Diddy for that. Then you got people that are going to get in some serious trouble if this shit comes to life, and they don't want Diddy to talk because of that. So you can imagine how many people of power are trying to make sure Diddy is not talking. Think about that for a second. Meanwhile, Diddy is in that little room in there, right? He's in that prison. He's in that jail awaiting his trial. Can you imagine what's going through his mind? If he talks and spills the beans, shit, he's going to be in some trouble. If he goes to prison and has a long prison sentence and he's out on the yard hanging out with these people, man, his life's in trouble. And if he sits there by himself with maximum security, he might have maximum security. He might have bodyguards. He might have all that in prison. He's obviously right now, he's on suicide watch. He's on all that. But here's the situation. His whole life flipped, boom, in one day. Now, I'm not saying he didn't know it was coming. I'm not saying he didn't believe it was coming. I'm not saying, we know he went to New York to try to fight the whole thing. But all of a sudden, he gets to New York. He is in a small-ass room, as opposed to having mansions around the world. Can you imagine walking around? You don't have all your shit, like your computers and your phones and talking to people, and you got your music, you got all that, you got your studio, or you got your friends, or in his position, his freak-offs, and whatever made him happy in life. And more important, his kids, right? His children. He doesn't even have his kids. And now people are saying, allegedly, his children are going to face some crimes and some problems and some issues, right? And if they're out on the street walking around, they could be in some violent situation. And then if they're in the prison, they could be in some violent situations. So Diddy's life, we got to think about that and why we're saying it's in danger. People are that looking to hurt him in jail, and then his own personality, his own shit that's going to go on in his mind being in there. He's only been in there a week, not even 5 days. And people are like, he's on suicide watch, his life's in danger, and shit's going on. And right now, we want to go on to the next piece of the pie. We want to talk about something else right now. We're going to talk about Hollywood. Hollywood in a world of trouble. We're talking the biggest, the baddest, the biggest names. And look, I hate to say this, and they're saying now Jay-Z. They're saying Jay-Z could potentially, and this is all over media, this is all over people that are doing stuff. And again, I don't know, this is allegedly, Jay-Z is a big part of this. Do you guys think in the live stream right now that Jay-Z is a big part of this? In the building right now, if you guys are in the building right now, put Diddy in the chat right now. I see Devon in there, Nathan in there, Annie's in the building, Roger's in there, everyone that's in the building right now, Pitbull Mama, MJ, Brittany, everyone that's in the live stream right now. Mark, what's going on? Everyone that's in here right now, I'm scrolling through. Tracy, Stevie's girl, how the hell are you doing? I see you guys in the live stream. Miss Lex, if you're watching it live. Annie, I appreciate you if you're watching it live. And if you're watching it later, leave a message on this damn video. Let us know what you're thinking right now, because Diddy's life, the danger behind this shit is real. The lifestyle that he had is completely gone. And now we're talking about Hollywood. Hollywood is in a world of trouble right now. Hollywood is in a serious world of trouble. And I could show you, when you go to Hollywood, you walk down the block with all the stars and the celebrities on the ground. There's a lot of people out there right now that are shaking. There's a lot of people out there that are panicking. There's a lot of people out there in Hollywood that are talking, Diddy, please don't say shit, because their life. And like I said, it's not just about the weird shit they did or the shit that they're guilty of. It could just be the shit that they did. Maybe they're GAY. We're going to call it GAY right now, because GAY right now doesn't get removed from YouTube. But let me tell you this right now. forget it. We're going to just call it like it is. There's some gay people out there doing some shit, and there's some straight people out there doing some shit. And some people don't want to be told on, and they are worried. They're panicking about their life. And there's people that have done some bad shit that they don't want to get out. And right now, I want to show you, I got a clip right now of Justin Bieber coming into the mix right now. I want you to watch this video closely and look what he says. Look at the feelings he's got about actually what has been going on. I'll pull it up right now for you guys.
It's hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
I mean, this is real emotions. And in the building right now, I see people coming in. Tammy, good morning to you. Elizabeth, good morning to you. Everyone that's coming in here right now, I appreciate you getting ready to rock and roll on some of this conversation. The hard part that I think people are not really, I mean, maybe you think about it, but maybe it doesn't click all the way sometimes, is there's so many people, and I'm using Hollywood because that's where they talk about the stars. We got stars in New York. We got stars in Miami. We got stars in California. We got stars in Texas. We got stars in every state in the country. And the problem that you have to understand is every genre of any type of business, whether it's music, sports, right? If you're in NFL, NBA, whatever sport you play, MLB, whatever, Olympics, and then you go into other things like acting, movie stars. There's so many people out there right now that, let me tell you something, they do not want Diddy to say anything. They do not want Diddy to say anything. And I'm going to show you right now, and it starts with Suge Knight. Suge Knight made that very clear about what's going on. And when I go down and I pull up these people, Kevin Hart, what's confusing for me, and we've played that video a bunch of times. Excuse me. We played that video a bunch of times. But what I want to know is, what does Kevin Hart and 50 Cent have against Diddy? They are letting it fly. They are letting it fly. I'm telling you right now, they are letting it fly so out of control. They're not holding back. Like 50 Cent said he has a 10-year documentary that he sold to Netflix or whatever that's out there, and that's going to be out on the streets. If that gets out on the streets before Diddy finishes his trial, which I'm sure it is, that's going to be a major problem. And we got him out there, obviously. Look, I'm just saying, he's got something against him, right? And I went through these celebrities. You got Kim K out there, and she's been to parties, and we've seen pictures of her. Like, these people don't want shit to get out. Then you got Ashton Kutcher, and he's trying to get out there and make you be clear and clear his name and say, look, listen, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just at the parties. Then you have Jay-Z. Guys, can you imagine if Jay-Z goes down? All the people are going to be singing like, listen, and in the chat right now, we just saw someone said, Kevin Hart. Is Kevin Hart going down? I will tell you right now, when I watch Kevin Hart in movies, in stand-up comedies, and whatever, I played those damn movies and videos so many times, watching his stand-up so many times. I'm just like, I pray, listen, some of these people will change Hollywood, will change the music industry, the way you watch TV. All these famous people, if we find out that all these people are involved in this massive ordeal, a lot of people, Jeff Lee, welcome to the live stream. I see Devon in the building. Richard Mason Pops is in the building in the live stream. I see you guys out there. Hit that like button. Who is getting arrested next? In this chat right now, if you're watching this live, everybody put Diddy in the chat and then put who you think is getting arrested next. I need to know what you think. And his life is in trouble. His life is in trouble. And then look, you're down in Florida. DJ Khaled, everywhere. DJ Khaled, every time you put a song on, DJ Khaled is in there. Is DJ Khaled in trouble? Is DJ Khaled in trouble? Right? And then you go, God, man, LeBron James? Like LeBron James, arguably the best basketball player of all time, is he in trouble? And again, I'm pulling these up because these are all the celebrities in the world. When you go through, and I got 35 more other celebrities on here, like Ellen and Megan Fox And I mean, like literally, when I look at this picture, Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, they're going to these parties to have fun, obviously. And look, I'm being honest. You guys all have to understand. If you got invited to a Diddy party, you would be there. You would be there. Why? I mean, look, 99% of people would go to a Diddy party. If you like to be outgoing and you like to have fun and whatever, you're going to be there. But his life is in danger. And I'll tell you right now, Suge Knight is not bullshitting. And he's in prison, and he's been there already about 10 years. He's serving a 28-year sentence on the left here, Suge Knight. And he was big time in the music industry as well. And he said, you know what? He did basically was a hit and run, shot and killed somebody. And he's on a hit and run in the music industry. And now Suge Knight said, Diddy, you know information. And he made this very clear to Diddy. He's had a whole thing on a video. I was going to pull up for you guys on here in this damn shit. And something happened with the whole power and electric and the camera here in a minute. What happens is he said, Diddy, you have all the information. You have all these secrets. You know all this information about people's lives. And then you know inside information on other people. And we're told killings. We're talking, this goes way back to Tupac and Biggie Smalls. We're talking way back. Do you know how many people right now are looking at this going, we need Diddy to be effing quiet. They need Diddy to be quiet. And I'm telling you right now, people in that prison that are serving life sentences, if they see Diddy in there and their life doesn't, like literally their life doesn't, they're not going to get out anyway, they might do some shit. They might do some shit that Diddy should really be worried about. And I'm telling you right now, people that are watching this live stream, here's the thing. People watch this live stream and go, Brandon, we do sports entertainment and we like sports. Yeah, we're getting back to sports and all that. And we are. Why this is so important is this really impacts, and just like the political shit with Trump and Kamala Harris, this impacts our life in a whole different way. If Trump or Kamala Harris gets in, our life is completely impacted different. If Diddy starts singing like a canary and telling on people, right? We talk about Hollywood's in trouble. If he starts doing that, it's going to change the way we look at a lot of shit. We got CEOs stepping down, major politicians stepping down, people that are big time, just even if they're not a CEO, big time positions of massive companies stepping down because they know shit is going on and they know that as soon as Diddy starts saying some shit and starts letting it fly, people are going to be in some big time shit. I'm telling you right now, you're watching this, and if you haven't tuned into our show, Nathan, welcome to the live stream, baby. I see you coming in the building right now. If you haven't joined our show, then you haven't heard all these conversations. But I will promise you this: the minute that people think he's gonna say something, that's a problem. But the minute people start being told on, like you're talking Jay-Z, you're talking some of the people. And I'm not saying that Jay-Z did it. I'm not saying that Jay-Z did anything. Allegedly, I'm just saying, if Jay-Z thinks in his mind, whoa, he's going to rat him out on something or whatever, it might not even be about the freak off. It could be something stupid that no one knows about. If he believes that's going to happen, then guess what? Jay-Z has enough money to do some shit to people. And I'm telling you right now, people will find out. And then we got this. I mean, look at this. Prince Harry. Now he's trying to clear his name going to the parties, right? Like, why would you not go to the party? And then we got another video. Of Diddy, and look how innocent Justin Bieber looks, and look how he talks to him.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay.
This is live video footage of things that people are like, what happened? Right? And the most interesting video that I got to show and why this is Cat Williams' life. I would tell you right now, if I was Cat Williams, I'd be like, oh shit. I'm like, you ratted out Diddy. That whole comment, and I'm not saying he ratted out Diddy, but he told the truth about Diddy and said, look, I'm going to show you that clip here in a second. When he went up there, and we're talking years ago to the Pimp Chronicles. Remember, it's the Pimp Chronicles. Remember that back in the day when he was out there and he said about these parties and all that. You walk to the parties and you look by and look at the wrong room and shit and be like, what's going on there? He said he hasn't been famous that long, and he got to a party and saw some shit there. So at the end of the day, look, I got this clip that I've been showing you guys about Cat Williams, and I don't know why, I don't know why he went to that extent about Diddy, but I mean, he said in 2024, shit's gonna get real, and shit is getting real, and I'm showing you this because it's going to change the world in a lot of ways, a lot of genres, a lot of owners. You're going to see companies going down, people going down. If Diddy starts ratting, and this is the video, you got to see one more time.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I have no more of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee.
Why is Cat Williams spilling the beans like that? Like what I want to know is, did he do something to Cat Williams? Or is Cat Williams that good of a guy where he said, I got to bring it to light. I got to bring it to light. And I'll be honest with you, it's very awkward. And when I look at this shit, and here's the part where he really goes into Diddy right now. You got to watch this right now. This is where he goes into Diddy, and he says he's been offered all this money to do shit with Diddy at parties, and that's why this shit is bad. He keeps telling on people, Cat is spilling the beans, 50 Cent spilling the beans, and if he goes to jail, and which Diddy does a long prison sentence, there's going to be some ratting going on, and I got to bring it to your attention right now.
And there are these alliances in comedy, and if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem, but we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Come on. Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Cat, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like when I see people.
Do you understand what that actually? He said, I have the receipts, and in the chat right now, everybody put Diddy in the chat. Put P Diddy, put Sean Combs. Let everyone on the YouTube know what we're talking about right now. Make sure you drop that in there, because it'll share around everyone else that's watching this right now, and everyone that's typing in Diddy and searching for this news and update about his life in danger, what's going on. The reason why this is so important, Hollywood is starting to crumble in different ways. Hollywood is crumbling in different ways because people out there right now are literally going, who's next? Who's next? Like that's the real conversation. Like, who's next? Who's getting arrested next? And when I pull all these pictures up, and then I went into all these different celebrities, and then the mix of, is it me? And look, I just want to know, is it me? Or is Hollywood and all these rich people are flipping the script? Like, you have all these people that, when I grew up, it was like football and man, there's a lot of people out there that are turning gay. And look, I have nothing wrong with that if that's what they want to do. I have nothing wrong with that. Let me be clear. But what I'm saying is they all are doing different things, and then you find out about it and they don't want no one to know about it. So then, because they don't want no one to know, they do outlandish things. And then we even have conversation. We talked about Odell Beckham Jr. and Justin Bieber. And it was like, is that true? Is it not true? And now that's resurfacing, how they were in a club together and some things were happening. And then listen to this. Now they're saying Alicia Keys is involved in this shit. Like, listen, all these celebrities, and I'm just telling you right now, you can start naming people if you want. You can start naming some random people, making up shit. You can be like, oh, this person, that person. Yeah. Some of them went to the parties to have fun. If you went to the party, you did nothing wrong, but you were a famous person, you were at the freak off. I mean, I was at the party. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, you might say something like that. But now things are surfacing. And Jaguar, if you type in Jaguar on the internet, Jaguar is spilling the beans about the music world. She's telling on everybody. She's saying Jennifer Lopez. She's saying Beyonce. She's saying everyone. Even Ellen DeGeneres. Like, can you imagine? Like, we're talking about some high-profile people in every category. Guys, in every freaking category. You want to know why his life's at risk? And then the pictures of him obviously abusing Cassie in this hotel. Like, these kind of things are, the hard part about it is, look how big this ring of stuff is. This is a massive ring of violence, of drugs and women and sex trafficking and tunnels, RICO charges, people under your house. We even have all the way down to young people, teens. Then we even have freaking Jaden Smith. I mean, guys, we got it. Like, this is important shit. This is arguably the biggest conversation outside of what's going on with our country for the election. Like, this is the biggest shit. In the chat right now, do you guys agree that this is probably the biggest conversation right now that's going on? And then it's like, they said Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were just like, yeah, we're like, they kind of let this kind of shit happen. Like, I've never heard this kind of shit in my life. I've never heard this kind of stuff in my life. And then here's the last piece of the pie. It's just, who's next? Who's going to go down next? Because if Cat Williams is saying in 2024, Cat made it very clear. He said there's a lot of people in 2024 that are going down. And all of a sudden, you see Diddy get arrested. And then after Diddy gets arrested, remember, he went to New York. He was out there in Central Park enjoying his last day of freedom, which arguably looks like it could be his last day of freedom for a very long time or forever. We don't really know. But he's out there in Central Park, and then the police come, right? And he gets arrested and he gets brought in. Now, they said that he respectfully was, he helped out the situation, right? He didn't go out there and try to run and hide. He cooperated with the feds. He cooperated with the police. He cooperated with the court systems. And he moved. And this is what I want to tell you. If you're going to go to court and you fly to New York and go to court, or you fly to another state and go to court, or California, or middle of the country, or whatever. If you fly out and you go to court and you come back home, that's one thing. If you pack all your shit and you move to New York because of the court going on, you are planning to be in court for a very long time. Again, listen to what I'm saying. If you pack all your shit or whatever and you relocate and you move to New York for court, you didn't go to court. When you get a traffic ticket, right? You don't move places for that. He moved. He relocated because he knew it was going to be a very long trial. What he didn't know is that he was going to be spending that entire time behind bars during trial. And that's what it looks like right now. So if he's going to spend that entire time behind bars, his life is in serious danger. And if he's not eating right now, they're saying he's not eating the food. Like he wants to eat, but he's not eating. He's on suicide watch. And he's in that same situation with Epstein, right? He's in a similar situation. High profile person with tons of celebrities, tons of people that around the world, high powerful people that have joined him on some shit he should not have done. And now because of that, they are all talking about it in the live stream right now. Let's get Diddy one more time. Everybody watching this, put Diddy in the chat one more time to get this shit circulating through YouTube. It's very, very important to do that right now. Throw the dice in the chat if you're in the Mason mob. At the end of the day, the money didn't get him out. $50 million didn't get him out because they said he's a flight risk and he's got the money to go wherever he wants to go. He can go to another country where they won't care. They'll let him in there. They won't force him to come back. The jurisdiction, they won't force him to come back and go to trial and all that. So the end of the day right now, the biggest problem that Diddy's facing, I believe, is like, can he survive through trial? All the evidence they got and all this going on. If you go the full extent of trial, he could do 30 years. He could do life. He could do all this that's going to happen. If he does a plea, what's a plea look like? In the chat right now, how long do you think Diddy will go to prison for? The reason I'm asking this, and I'm going to break it down for you guys again, why this is so important. As long as Diddy is alive, celebrities will panic. Let me sip my coffee and tell you that again. As long as Diddy is alive, in prison, on the street, whatever, as long as Diddy is alive, all the celebrities will be panicking on a daily basis. We had Usher deleting his Twitter. He said he was hacked. All his Twitter's deleted. Megan Fox, Twitter deleted. I believe Pink, right? Pink also, Twitter deleted, right? Go take a look. If this stuff's happening and they're deleting this stuff and people are doing it based upon what's going on, obviously they're worried about it. And if he starts singing like a canary, do you know how fast it is? If he says, hey, look, Jay-Z did this, boom, questioning Jay-Z. And I believe they have already done that. I believe they've questioned Jay-Z. They've questioned Kim Kardashian. I believe they have questioned a lot of people, victims. They've questioned people that have been raped, people that in the sex trafficking, in the RICO deal, people that are coming from all over the world in different countries and whatever. I believe, I see the cash money symbols in there. Throw some cash in the chat right now. Everybody drop some cash money. If you're watching this live right now, put a cash symbol in there because Diddy tried to spend $50 million. That shit didn't work. I don't know how much money it's going to take for the judge to say, hey, we're letting you out. But I will tell you this. If you're watching this live stream right now for the first time, hit that like button. If you've been here before, hit that like button because we're sports entertainment on here. We're going to dive back into the sports. We're going to bring a co-host on the platform. We're going to bring people on here to come on with me and bullshit about what's going on. And that's what makes the show fantastic is me arguing with someone else up here on stage talking about some shit that's going on. That's coming to you guys here. But more important right now, coming into the building, I see more people. Brandon German's in the building. Welcome to the live stream. What I'm saying is this. His life is in danger because nobody wants him to talk. And remember, if he's not eating right now, he's on suicide watch. I wouldn't eat either. You're used to eating fucking 5-star meals and travel around the world doing all the best shit. You get to prison and like, flip, here's a little bit of fucking whatever that is, and here's some peas and shit. You're like, I don't even want this. The food, I'm telling you something, after 2 days, you're going to start thinking, wow, did my life flip, right? Like after 2 days behind bars, shit is going really bad. Shit is going really bad. You're not eating. You got people that are trying to protect you in the prison, but you got people now that are saying your life is in danger. Like, and where he's arrested at in the prison, in the situation in New York, they're saying they're understaffed. The word on the street and in the media is that New York prison that Diddy is in right now is understaffed. And Suge Knight, if you're just joining us right now, Suge Knight made it very clear, and you can research this after the show. You can type in Suge Knight and see what he said. I was going to read his full thing. He said, when you get to jail, your life's in danger because you know so much shit. And Suge Knight is doing a very long prison sentence, about 28 years in there. And right now they're saying that he knows too much information and his life's in danger. All these massive people in the music industry, massive people in business are going to be after Diddy 150%. In the chat right now, what do you think Diddy is eating behind bars? If you're watching this live right now, what do you think Diddy is eating in prison right now? Like, what kind of food is he being served? Like, what's the food difference? It's slapped on his plate, plop, right? I mean, what kind of food is he eating versus when he's out in the real world? Like, his life is a lot different. And that's the whole point of this. The danger behind his lifestyle is just his mental state. All you got, I'm telling you, you got your heart, you got your organs, but your brain runs everything. And if you're behind bars right now and you're like, I'm here for a long time and my kids might be hurt, my kids might go to jail. He's got a pretty big family. And then now there's a book coming out on the mother of his children that was just was killed or gone or whatever. And they said it was due to pneumonia. But now they're saying that wasn't true. And Jaguar speaking on that saying that's not true. And then Jaguar also said that Jay-Z, another woman went missing because they said that she was pregnant with Jay-Z's baby. Now, listen, I'm giving you some information for you guys to understand. And we're being told by a lot of people, and one guy specifically said he doesn't think that Diddy's going to make it past September. Past September, we got on the screen, it's Wednesday the 25th. So we only got 5-6 days left. Do you think Diddy will make it in prison, or do you think he's going to die in prison? In the chat. Will he make it, yes or no, in prison? I'll be honest, don't put DIE. Just put, will he make it, yes or no? Will Diddy ever see freedom again? That's the question we had to leave with. And Hollywood, boy, Hollywood is in an absolute world of trouble. And every single thing that you do, if you go back and you're like literally what you do in your daily life, think about that for a second. Are you in sports? Do you listen to music? Do you watch movies? Like all this shit you're going to see. I'm telling you, some of your favorite actors in the world, some of your favorite athletes in the world, some of your favorite business people in the world, even politicians. All of these people have been to these parties. And the problem is, what did you know? What you didn't know? Are you guilty by association? People like Justin Bieber and Usher and all these kind of things. You have young kids that are going to these parties, sex trafficking. There's a tunnel that was found under Diddy's house that connects over. I mean, I'm just saying, no one in the right frame of mind has a tunnel. You might have a man cave. You might have a room. You might have a studio. You might have an entertainment location. But to have a tunnel going to different places and all the underground, and then people are saying sex trafficking, you're innocent until proven guilty. I understand that. You're innocent until proven guilty. But Diddy's got a lot of shit to come up with right now in this live stream. I hope you guys are hearing this clear. And the reason why this is so important, we'll be back to sports hopefully tomorrow, unless something big happens. If something big happens tonight on the Diddy case, we'll bring it here for you tomorrow. If nothing big happens on the Diddy case, then we're back to sports tomorrow. But I want you guys to understand something. I promise you this, depending on who he rats on and who he talks to and what he comes up with and all that, Diddy is going, this whole situation will change a lot of the scope of the shit that you watch and enjoy on a daily basis if he starts singing like a canary. I want you guys to know that. I appreciate all you guys in this live stream today. I appreciate you guys jumping on here, hanging out with me. I know a lot of you guys love sports, and so do I, but this is big time shit that we got to talk about. And happy birthday, Pitbull Mama, in the chat right now. If you guys are watching this right now, I want you guys in the chat right now, everybody put happy birthday in that damn live stream right now. I want to see all the freaking happy birthdays in that live stream. Let me see something real quick. Let me see what's going on. Let me see who's in here. Let me make sure I got everybody else in here. Everybody right now, everybody put happy birthday to Pitbull Mama right now. I need you guys to drop that in the chat right now. An important person on our show, an important person that we love is joining us right now. Make sure you put in the live stream right now. Everybody watching this right now, every freaking buddy, put happy birthday right now to someone who we appreciate a lot. And that's Pitbull Mama. Means a lot to us. And we got to make sure that we bring it up there. And we got to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Pitbull Mama. Happy birthday to you. And we appreciate you. And we love having you on our platform. And you mean a lot to us. And we greatly appreciate having you here. And I will tell you this. Everybody in our live stream is important to us. And as we're building this big damn thing in here, as you know, sports, and we could talk about a lot on our platform, and we've been censored. We have a lot of shit going on, and we talk about it. We give it to you straight. We give it to you unbiased. We bring it to you so you guys know the reality of it. We don't sugarcoat shit. I come on here and I give it to you straight. And so YouTube doesn't show some things, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep on telling you the reality. Brenda, welcome to the live stream. We appreciate you. I didn't say your name on here. Everybody in the live stream right now, everybody to get this circuit around YouTube, all the Mason mobsters, everyone in this live stream right now, everybody put Diddy in the chat right now. Everybody drop Diddy in the chat right now to get it circulating around YouTube. I appreciate you guys. You guys know that the most important part of our show is our morning show in the morning, and you guys are joining us live. You know I bring it to you straight, and we got people joining our show. Nathan's in the building. We got people joining our platform, coming on live, hanging out with you guys. We got a bare knuckle fighter that has already been on here. It's coming on the platform again. We got them lined up coming on. We're going to talk about fighting and what's going on in the cage. We got some cuts. We're going to talk about how they get stitched up after the fight, what's going on, what they're thinking when they see blood all over the canvas. We got a lot to talk about, but I had to bring this to you. And everywhere as we get ready to head out right now, Candy, thank you. Stevie's girl, Nathan, Miss Lex, MJ in the building, Brenda, Pitbull Mama, Richard Mason's in the house. Pops, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, all of you in here. Annie, everyone that's in here right now, in the chat, put Diddy. Throw the dice in the chat. I appreciate it. As I get ready to sign off for today, I had to bring this to your attention because I strongly believe, realistically, that Diddy is going to change the landmark of a lot of industries. And I'm telling you right now, companies that you work for will be affected. I'm telling you right now, major people that are going to be stepping down, doing different things. And that is why this shit is so important. Roger's in the house. We appreciate that. And I'll tell you this right now, we are this close to making the decision on our headquarters. We are this close to making a big decision on where we're going to have our headquarters. And let me tell you something. The headquarters is going to explode. We're going to have a lot of people out there, some special guests coming on here, hanging out with us. You guys aren't going to believe who comes on. We just had to fix a couple things with the sports stuff. You know, YouTube. We're going to be doing some college football. We're going to be doing, obviously, NFL. We got all that going on. We're going to see what happens on our live play-by-plays. But more importantly, this morning show is special. And everyone that comes in here, this will double. It will triple. We've had over 200 people in the morning show. That's going to go crazy as it continues to build. I appreciate you guys. So much love to you guys. And when I get ready to sign off, remember, everybody in the live stream, you got to hear this right now. There's some people that hear this. I know Roger every day leaves a message. I need you guys to understand something. The minute I sign off of here, I need you guys to let it refresh. Give it a minute, refresh it. Go back to this video and leave a message on the video, not on the bottom right there. Go back and leave a message on the video that uploads to YouTube. Give it a minute and let it refresh. It'll be at the bottom of the video. Leave a message right there. There's 40-some people on here. Everybody should leave a message on there. It will take it to the top, and it will let it spiral, and let people join our show. And everything comes back to the Mesa Mob. All love to you guys. It's hump day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get out there and have some fun and laugh and joke. Life's too short to have any stress. Enjoy it. We're going to have a good time, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning live on our show. And we got some sports stuff going on, but tomorrow morning, we're diving back into it. If something big happens, we'll cover it. But if sports is the most popular, we're going to bring it to you right here on the platform. All love to you guys. It's hump day. Enjoy. Leave a message on the video as soon as it uploads. All love. See you guys tomorrow.
Crystal and her mother say giving them to Emery and her mother is priceless.
If you can brighten someone's day, then, why not?
Giving her some normalcy. It is not the easiest thing going through chemo. It's not the easiest thing to have such a thing, especially at the age of 8. So I think her going to the concert is a slight bit of relief, allowing her to let everything out and just breathe and be herself.
As for Emery, she says if she gets to meet Taylor Swift, she has one word to say to her.